Hello, hello,
Hi
and
everyone, how are you all?
welcome to our fantastic webinar. This is a My English School, MyS webinar. We are very happy to be with you today to discuss grocery shopping.
Your voice is so soothing.
Why, thank you very much. For example, here I have three carrots. Oh,
Oh,
yes,
very nice.
these carrots are indeed countable. One, two carrots and three carrots. Magic number three. So, we are happy to be here. It's nice to spend the time together. We are both teachers at MIAS in Bologna,
Mm-hmm.
and we invite you to tell us who you are, what city are you in, what city are you
Mm-hmm.
from. For example, I'm Monique. I am from Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, in
Fantastic.
America. Yes, and I live in Bologna, and I love carrots. And I also love ginger.
Ah, that's fantastic. That's such a strange coincidence because right here I have my eternal cup of tea, and today I have ginger and curcuma tea. Curcuma?
Awesome.
How do
Turmeric.
you pronounce it?
I say turmeric. Oh, you mean in Italian?
Ah, okay. Curcuma is turmeric in Italian.
Curcuma, yeah. And
Kurkuma. Ah, okay, nice.
the actual scientific name is curcuma. Like it's some,
Yeah, it's the Latin name.
yeah, but for
So
some reason in English it's turmeric, which is often pronounced without the R. I think
turmeric, yeah.
turmeric, but there is an R.
Yeah.
I've heard both, so I say turmeric because I see the letters and I read them.
No, I think I say turmeric. I'd never made the connection though that kurkuma and turmeric were the same thing.
So good though. It's so healthy for you.
Yeah.
And I
So
have my famous big mug here, which with
Mhm.
and I made lavender tea today.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So you infused lavender leaves, lavender flowers?
Lavender thing. My friend makes he makes like he gathers dried
Lavender. Oh, wow.
dried flowers and puts them together to make infusions. So yeah, it was basically lavender, the little, I guess it could
Buds.
be flower buds, yeah. So I put them in a pot and then I added the water and then voila.
Nice.
Tea. Yeah.
Beautiful. No, mine is in a tea bag.
Mm.
Not that not that exciting.
Yeah, I've almost finished all my herbal tea, loose
I
tea.
don't know where to get them now as well because I can only go to the supermarket next to my house and they don't have loose tea there.
Yeah. Yes. I'm
So
also using it very, I'm still
unsparingly.
exactly using it
Yeah.
sparingly. So
So I'll do my introduction as well. I am Monique's colleague. I also work at my English school in Bologna Mille, but I am from London. I've lived in Bologna for almost 5 years, and before Bologna, I lived in Greece again for about 5 years.
nice.
That's
Where
my
did you live
about
in?
me. I lived in Athens and in Salonico,
Nice. And in English?
Thessaloniki.
I always Thessaloniki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hello to us, introduce yourselves to us in the comments. As Monique said, tell us your name, where you're from. And we're talking about food today. So tell us, what do you like in your salad?
Yes. What do you like in your salad?
So I have this salad that I make about once a week. I
Oh,
take the salad base, okay? Usually, unfortunately, I buy this salad base from the supermarket. So it comes in a plastic bag, it's already mixed for me.
uh-huh.
Then, what I do is I put in grated parmesan,
Nice.
balsamic vinegar,
Yeah.
usually the glassa, so the balsamic vinegar cream. And
Right.
then very often I will also have a cotoletta, which I've made in the oven, and I will cut this up and put this in as well. So I have some protein as well. And I mix it all together in a big bowl. And this is my dinner. It's really nice.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what you can call this salad. Like,
A mélange.
yeah, a, I don't know. It's,
Special.
pardon?
Sophia Special.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll call it. But it's
Yeah,
a very particular salad that I invented, and I eat it at least once a week.
awesome. You know, it's
Yeah.
interesting. I hadn't eaten salad for a long time.
Mm.
Just ate salad today for the
Oh,
first
fantastic.
about a month or so.
Mm.
So for me, making salads is delightful. It's an opportunity to mix everything. I
Mm.
love putting different tastes together, different flavors. So in my salad today, and in general, I like to put ginger,
Mm.
lettuce, certainly carrots. Oh, I can't share. Oh, yes, flax seeds.
Interesting.
Yeah. Then nuts. So these are
Okay, fantastic.
nuts, for example. Then I put fennel because I love fennel. Put celery. I put raisins.
The raisins are nice.
I put
I like to put plums in salad as well. I like to cut them up and put plums in. Not plums, excuse me.
dates.
Dried plums, prunes.
Oh, prunes. Yeah, I have prunes.
Yeah,
I didn't put the prunes in though. I went with the smaller, the raisins.
yeah.
Then I put actually some lemon juice. Like I squeezed a lemon on it. I put some, what else? Olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And that's it. I sometimes will make larger salads and put more vegetables such as
Mm,
zucchini or rucola or maybe radishes or turnip,
yeah.
right? And then, yeah, really anything, cauliflower, broccoli, you name
Yeah, you can put anything in it, except the cauliflower and the broccoli, do you cook it first or do you put it in raw?
it. I like it raw.
Oh,
Cut
okay.
it in
Nice.
little bits. And I also put today, I roasted, well, in a pan, I roasted some sesame seeds and walnuts chopped up.
I love putting walnuts in salad. They're so delicious.
Roasted sesame seeds are just incredible.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Your salads are fantastic. Like this amazing, I'm trying to think of the word, this mashup of different things.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a very
nice.
typical way of cooking, also like in Yiddish culture, is like mushing everything, like
Like whatever you have, you put it together and
together. And that's really, I realize I'm very attentive to use what I buy and like to not have things go bad, for instance. Like sometimes
yeah.
your roommate will have something that stays there for a long time. And maybe it's because my grandmother lived through World War I or whatever. Like it's just something inside of me. I'm like, if I'm leaving to go somewhere, I'm like, okay, for a trip or whatever, I'm like, gotta finish, right?
I'm
Not
exactly the same. Let's just see. We have a comment from Lydia. Hi, Lydia. Welcome. Happy Saint Friday. Yes, we call it Holy Friday. Do you call it differently, Monique?
I don't call it anything really, but I think that I don't know. I don't know really much about
Yeah, but we can call it Holy Friday. So
Okay.
Holy Friday, Jesus returns in 2 days. Yes, it's true.
Or Easter Friday, maybe.
Also, Easter Friday could work. I'll put that up as well.
Yes, a happy one to you, Lydia. So, Lydia, where
Yeah,
are you? And we want to know, what do you like in your salad? Who
exactly.
likes salad? Maybe someone doesn't like salad. Maybe.
Yeah. What else were we going to say? I don't remember. In the meantime, let's look at what we will do today. So
Oh,
we've got grocery shopping.
mhm.
Do you want to read, Monique, what we will do?
I would love to. With the fine picture of zucchini, tomatoes, and
Maybe a pepper?
yeah,
Hmm.
grocery shopping. In this focus activity, countable and uncountable nouns, quantifiers. So quantifiers connected to quantity, right? A lot, a little, many quantifiers, and then using
I love how they put it in.
Get.
Easy
Yes.
get.
Very popular verb in English. Get. G-E-T. Using get.
Talking about the picture, can you see what the vegetables are in?
I can indeed. They're in a shopping cart, I think.
Are they in a cart or in a basket? I feel like it's a basket.
Yeah. They have the effect on the photo, so it's blurry in the background.
Oh.
So maybe either a cart or a basket. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me put this. When you
And I'll share some groceries I have here. Pears are now in season. Got some pears.
Oh, nice.
This, which we
Yeah.
call differently.
Yes, we have different words for this. What do you call it, Monique?
I call this an eggplant.
Yeah, but do you know what I call it?
What do you call it?
I call it an aubergine.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it looks a bit like this. It's actually a French word. It's not an English word. We have taken it from French, so you can pronounce it in the French way, aubergine.
And if you'd like, you can add a French accent. The aubergine.
Aubergine.
Do you like aubergine?
I love aubergine. It's one of my favorite vegetables, and I love that it's very versatile and that it is the most important ingredient in two of my favorite dishes, which is parmigiana and moussaka.
You know, I had an idea to try to make my first moussaka this Sunday.
I feel like very soon I will also attempt to make a moussaka because I have exhausted my repertoire of recipes. I have cooked everything I know how to cook, and I have cooked them several times, and I need to try something new.
Right. And my mom loves, well, in the United States we say, what do we say? Moussaka. Anyways,
Moussaka, I imagine, yeah.
mom loves it too. So I thought it would be cool to make it and then tell her about it. We'll see. I don't know. It's an idea, but yeah, because look at the size of this eggplant.
I know, that eggplant deserves to be a moussaka.
Exactly. So we'll see. I might experiment.
Yeah, I think I will as well. I'll get a recipe from my mum and go to the supermarket and collect all my ingredients, and I will attempt the moussaka.
Yeah, it seems like a nice project for Sunday.
Yeah, it takes some time, but I think it would be worth it. So let's look at some questions. You can tell us your answers in the comments always. Do you do the food shopping in your house? Do you like to do it? Why or why not? I already know Monique's answers, but tell us, Monique, about you and grocery shopping.
Tell me.
Shall I tell you first? Okay, I do the food.
You can tell me about me.
Oh, okay. I think you love doing the food shopping. I think you enjoy choosing fresh food and especially fresh fruit and vegetables. And in particular, you like buying food that is in season.
Oh, yes. Excellent vocabulary. I'm going to write that on my.
Yeah, I'm writing it as well. In season. So something fruit or vegetables.
In season. You are so correct.
Grow at the correct time
Yes.
of year.
For example, pears are now becoming in season and they're so good.
So yeah, I think you like doing the grocery shopping and choosing the best fruits and vegetables.
I love doing the grocery shopping at the fruit and vegetable market. I like buying directly from the farmers, from the producers. However, right now I can't. So I go to the supermarket as well. But yes, I love buying food in season. Shall I guess about you if you like to do the
Yeah, can I ask one question first?
Yeah.
Where is the farmers market that you usually buy your fruits and vegetables from?
In Bologna every day of the week there's it's called Campi Aperti. Every day of the week, there are farmers that bring their products to Bologna, mostly in the center, but not only in the center. And I can send you the link.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm sure they've stopped in this period, but
Yeah, so I usually go Wednesday evening to Labar, which is
okay.
Bolognetti, but you can go Monday. It's in Piazza Verdi in the afternoon,
Hmm.
and Thursday is there's a place called Vag 61, and then there's
Okay.
also on Saturday mornings at Pratello.
Okay, nice.
Really,
Because I would like to buy my fruits and vegetables from a market,
mhm.
but I don't know where they are.
Yeah,
Also, because often in the center, it's sometimes difficult to find these things.
sure. I'm
Yeah.
writing myself a note.
Yeah. I live in San Domenico. I don't know where the closest one would be.
Where is San Domenico?
Probably La Ba is the closest one, actually. San Domenico is in the center next to Piazza Minghetti.
Oh, okay.
Well, slightly further up.
Cool.
Okay, well, you can say about me then.
I will. Also, if anyone's joining us, you can type in, take your time. Don't worry about mistakes. You can write, you can ask, whatever you'd like. So let's talk about Sophia. You, let's see,
Mhm.
you like doing the food shopping when you have a mission, when you have something
Okay.
you are planning to cook, for example,
Mm,
saka.
yes.
So then you do like to do the food shopping. Otherwise, you sometimes wish someone else would do the food shopping.
Um, the first part was correct. The second part, no. I like doing the food shopping all the time. I like to do very big food shops. So I like to go and buy things for the entire week, and then, like you, I like to finish everything
Let's see.
before I go back to the supermarket. I hate wasting food.
Yeah.
I really, really hate wasting food. If something goes off, so if something goes bad, I'll write this in the comments as well. Um, and I need to throw it away, I get very, very sad.
It's sad. Yeah. Sometimes as I mentioned, sometimes my roommate will kind of leave things, and it's hard because I respect, right? Everyone does their own, but for me, it's like, oh, from my heart, I think these vegetables are, you know, they have life in them.
Yeah. So for me, it's very sad when food goes off and I don't eat it in time and I throw it out. I try to do it as little as possible.
Mm.
Um, what do you prefer? I like going to small grocery stores or outdoor markets, but because usually I don't have a lot of time,
Mm.
I know it's a terrible excuse, but usually I just go to a big supermarket so I can buy everything together. Because finding small grocery stores and outdoor markets you need to go more often, you need to go at particular times, particular days. So I'm not so organized, though
Right.
I would like to be.
Can you find Greek food in the supermarkets here, or are there any specialty grocery shops or mini markets that have Greek?
I haven't found any Greek mini markets in particular. You can buy feta cheese at the supermarket, but I don't eat feta cheese, so
Like feta cheese?
I don't like feta cheese. No, I'm actually a terrible Greek. I don't eat feta cheese. I don't like olives. I don't like lamb, and I don't drink ouzo or wine. So, in general, I am a terrible, terrible Greek.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just delightful, though. I mean, it's marvelous in its terribleness, right? Um,
Yeah.
so for me, I prefer, like I said, I prefer going to the farmers markets, right? So
Mm.
farmers are the people that cultivate the food. And
Yeah, let me write that too.
our food comes from Mother Nature, right? In theory, everything that we eat comes from the earth, right? Some food is more processed, others is less processed. I prefer less processed food when possible. It's not
Mm.
always possible, right? But I do look, I right now I go to the big supermarket, to the Conad close by, and I look
Mm.
the food is from. I look at the back of the,
Ah, you check these things.
I try to check the origin of where the products come from.
Mm.
Some products like ginger, I still buy, but if I can avoid it, I prefer to avoid buying products. The two products that I buy that come from far are
Yeah.
are bananas that do not grow in. You love bananas too, right?
I love bananas. Yeah, they're my teaching fuel.
Yeah, exactly. But they grow in Ecuador, Costa Rica, Ghana. Like, we don't have bananas growing in,
Yeah.
right? So these are two items that I still will buy. But otherwise, it's helpful when there's a farmer's market because the farmer brings it from their land and it's like
Yeah.
just grew out of the ground. So it's a bit
Yeah.
harder with a
Absolutely.
supermarket. But what I like to do is Wednesday evenings, I go to Labar and I bring my chess set.
Ah.
It's great because my friend is one farmer there that makes herbal teas has become my friend. So
Yeah.
I go there, set up a table, and I spend about 3 or 4 hours with my.
That's fantastic.
So what's nice is people can come by and play chess, and at the same time, I'm there amongst farmers talking about eggplant and potatoes and learning about herbs and choosing what to buy. It's really, really
That's really nice. That's
very
lovely.
nice. Yeah. It's been about 3 months that I've been doing that, so not long.
But do you ever go to supermarkets?
I do, especially now. I go.
Yeah, but I mean, before this period, did you ever go to the supermarket?
Yeah, I still do because I go there to buy, for example, toilet paper
Mm-hmm.
or to buy rice. There's some things that I can't exactly find or I don't look for enough. So it would be interesting to not go to a large supermarket. However, I still find it convenient and beneficial and useful to go to the big
Yeah.
sometimes, right? Aluminum foil,
Yeah.
things like that.
Oh yeah, like there's certain things you need for your house, which of course you need to buy in a supermarket. Otherwise, maybe you can find them in one of those um, small shops, like the not a ferramenta, but a small homeware
Sure.
shop sometimes. But it's very rare to find them.
Mhm.
Um, what did I want to ask you? You don't eat meat, but do you eat dairy products? Do you eat
So
uh,
it's interesting. I've been a vegetarian in the quarantine, just
yeah.
happened, but I would consider myself a pescatarian, right?
Okay.
Meaning I eat fish, so I
Uh-huh.
don't eat meat, but I do eat fish. And
Yeah.
I eat very few dairy products. I'm somewhat lactose intolerant, somewhat.
Okay.
I don't drink milk and I don't eat yogurt. But for example, I bought some Parmesan cheese yesterday because it's incredible. 30 months aged.
I don't think that Parmesan cheese has lactose in
Right.
it. There are certain types of cheese, and I think it's the hard yellow cheese which don't have a lactose.
Yeah, I remember we visited a Parmesan cheese factory a year ago, and they told us when it's over 24 months of age, like aged, then there's no lactose. Good point. I had
Mm,
forgotten about that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
I, on the other hand, eat a lot of dairy products.
really
I think cheese is that one food that I would not be able to give up.
interesting.
Like, I could give up meat if I wanted to, if I needed to, I could give up meat. I don't think I could live without cheese.
What are your
Yeah.
favorite cheeses?
Uh, I really like gorgonzola. I like parmesan. I like yellow cheese as well. But
What is
just
yellow cheese?
so there are some Greek cheeses which are yellow, which I like very much. Just yeah, all kinds of cheese. I don't think I could stop, even though they're not very good for you, apparently. But
Well, I think it's all a question of quantity, right? I mean, if
yeah, it's true.
you know, do you like burecas?
Can you tell me what that is? Is that the one that melts in the middle?
No, okay, let me look it up. I maybe you call it Spanicopita.
Spanakopita.
What is that?
Oh, okay. You're talking about two different things. Spanakopita is spinach pie.
Okay, so I mean the one made with the phyllo dough but filled with
Yeah.
cheese. What is that
It
called?
it's filled. It's paste with pastry. You mean?
Right, but I remember I mean, I visited Greece once or maybe twice, and I remember that you could find them on the street as well, like these really puffy, like phyllo dough with,
Yeah. It's that's a cheese pie. It's called tiropita.
oh, good Lord.
Yeah, cheese
Good
pie.
Lord, I'm going to write my note, tiropita. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I eat those when I'm in Greece sometimes. When I was a student in Greece, tiropita was a daily thing, or
Really?
spanakopita. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like you just have one for lunch when I was at university and I needed to eat something between lessons, I would just get a tiropita.
It's so good. It's good. It's like something about that phyllo dough, like the puff pastry.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very messy, very, very messy. Half of it ends up on your jumper, but it doesn't matter.
But it's just, what is it? It's not fried, it's baked, right?
Yes.
It's just delightful. I definitely have it's one of those things that I really, really, really like.
Yeah.
So I have to avoid it. Yeah.
Uh,
Well, not completely avoid it, but just be
yeah,
right.
be careful to not overdo it. What
Exactly.
do you buy most often when you go shopping? What do you always have in your basket?
So I just started my market list for the next time I go to the market, and this
Oh,
is a
fantastic.
yeah. So as you
I
can see,
can see
market,
ginger, potatoes, and carrots.
yeah.
Nice.
So these would be the items that I buy most often. Maybe
Mm,
eggs. I eat eggs maybe every other morning. I like eggs.
okay.
And then fruits. I always buy apples. I try to
Yeah.
eat an apple every day or every other day.
Mm,
So that's what I buy most often. What's nice about the farmers market is I don't make a market list, a shopping list, because I have what Mother Nature offers.
yeah, exactly. So you go and you buy what takes your fancy.
There are no bananas in the farmers market, and the fruit they don't grow here, so they're not there. So it's been an interesting shift over the past few months, right?
Mm,
I don't write my list. I go and I see what has nature
to
decided
offer.
to offer
Yeah,
this week, right? So it's
that's fantastic.
yeah. And you, what do you buy most often?
Usually I buy, well, yogurts and cheese, and bread, and milk. So these very basic things, milk and bread always.
Mhm.
Uh, I always buy bananas.
Really?
Yeah, always. A banana is kind of one banana a day is standard for me. Um,
Happiness.
yeah, so much energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the basic things that I buy every day, excuse me, every time I go to the supermarket.
Have you eaten
Um,
a banana today?
I actually haven't eaten one today. I will probably eat it in the afternoon.
Very nice. I might as well. Although
Yeah.
I have a pear sitting here,
Mm.
kind of eyeing me. It's saying,
Eat
no,
me.
I might have but it's not ripe.
Yeah. Is it a bit hard?
So I'll wait. Yeah.
Make sure you have a banana in your fruit bowl to ripen the other fruits.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, bananas ripen.
Fruit bowl.
If you put you have a banana in your fruit bowl, it will ripen the other fruits
Oh, interesting.
if they're underripe. But obviously, also be careful to not forget a banana in your fruit bowl because then your fruit will get very ripe very quickly.
I don't know how it does that.
I think it's connected to the chemicals that it gives off.
Very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're a very nice fruit when traveling too, because
yeah,
you don't have to wash it. So it's really a go-to when traveling.
definitely.
Also,
Um,
it's interesting that Macedonia in Italian is not translated to Macedonia.
It's true, and it was so confusing for me when I first arrived in Italy.
Really?
But
You thought, why are all the Italians speaking about Macedonia?
exactly,
Yeah,
but we
so
just
in
call
English,
it a
it's a fruit salad.
hmm,
Same in the UK, no?
yeah,
Salad, yeah.
fruit
So, which
salad.
is funny because salad, we think maybe of lettuce, but this salad does not have lettuce. It's just fruit. It can have
Yeah,
nuts and seeds as well. I made a fruit salad the other day, but I generally do not make fruit salads because I love the fruit. I take this
yeah.
in and it's amazing.
I
Oh,
yeah, I like making fruit salad. I don't make it very often because it takes a long time. It takes a lot of effort to cut up everything. Like
yeah.
sometimes it's just simpler to just grab the fruit and eat it.
I
But I
mean,
will occasionally make a fruit salad.
really.
Yeah, I like it. I like to put yogurt in my fruit salads.
That's interesting. See, I would
Yeah.
try it with yogurt, but I wouldn't make it with yogurt.
Mm.
But look at this, the joy of a banana. Like, I mean, all you do is this. I often eat them at school as well because they're really good for energy, for when you
Concentration.
break concentration. You just open it, eat
They're so
it
easy to eat.
outside to throw out in the bin outside
Yeah.
the school and not inside the school.
Exactly, absolutely fundamental that you do not throw it in the bin inside the school
So
because everybody will know within the hour that you have eaten a banana.
this is true. Where with apples, it's not as bad.
Yeah.
It's fine. I have here two apples. I have a question for you. Which do you prefer, red or green apples?
It's a very easy question. I don't like green apples. They are too sour for me.
Really? That's,
I only like red apples because they are sweet.
I was looking if I have anything sour here, but I don't. That's interesting. Yeah, I actually prefer green apples.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I prefer green apples. I prefer their flavor. I like their depth.
Mm,
I like that they're sour.
yeah.
Whereas red apples I like, but not as much as green apples.
Yeah, no, for me it's the opposite. I like a milder taste, so I prefer the red apples.
And do you like these?
I love is that a kiwi?
No, actually, it's a potato.
Oh my goodness, that is a perfect potato.
Beautiful potato. Yeah.
That is a beautiful potato.
If I
Like
make it
I
up close, you can tell.
I don't think I have ever been able to describe a potato as beautiful, but that one is.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Wow. Like it's so smooth.
Yeah, it's lovely. I will tell you, I handpicked this potato for this webinar today because I had potatoes in the container, but this one just looked the nicest.
I thought it was a kiwi.
Yeah, it could be
That's how
confusing.
perfect it is.
Yeah. So do you like these?
Yeah, I do. I cook them quite often. I usually, if I am making a soup, I will chop up a potato for the soup just because I find like it gives a nice texture, nice density
Yeah.
to the soup.
Potatoes are
Um,
comfort food for me.
yeah, I
They
put
just
them in the oven. I
mm,
make puree, which really we call mashed potato
you use
in
butter.
English. Yes, I do.
Hmm. Yeah, I love mashed potatoes. I never make them here though. I make roast potatoes in the oven,
Mm,
which I
yeah.
love. I might make them tonight. I'm not sure.
Nice.
Still amazing.
And I also make chips, or as you call them, fries.
Nice.
But I make them in a very particular way because I don't cut the potatoes long.
Uh-huh.
As you see the potato, I cut it sideways, so I get circular
Wow.
chips.
That's-
I cut them as thin as I can, circular, and then I fry them in a bit of oil, and they come out very crispy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Do you use olive oil?
Always.
You
Yeah.
always use extra virgin olive oil?
If that's what's in the supermarket, yeah, I'll get extra virgin olive oil. But you should try it if you
I would like to try. My grandmother, my English grandmother, who was from the East End, from Aldgate East, she would make French fries. But what's funny is she would call them French fried.
That's so sweet.
So cute. Yeah. She would make fried and
yeah.
salmon cutlets. Those were her two.
So what you can do then when you have your plate is you can put some salt on them or herbs. I like to put oregano on them as well, or rosemary. You can put all kinds of, or garlic powder. You can put all kinds of herbs on them to give them some more flavor.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, I mean, would you make them in the oven?
Circular.
Like, would you do that same thing, but not in the frying pan, in the
In
oven?
the oven. Yeah, absolutely. You might need to be careful that they don't stick together, but I think it would work.
But they
Yeah,
don't.
why not?
Yeah, that's the thing with the oven. I always put my timer when I cook with the oven.
Yeah, you might have to put them in layers. You know, you might need to put them out in rows, but why not? I think it would work.
Because I never really cook, but our colleague Jenna from the Bahamas was telling me about banana pancakes that you can make with just bananas and eggs. Very interesting. No
Is
flour.
it? But are they the bananas that we find here, or are they plátanos?
No, they're bananas. She said
Oh my goodness.
you can make them, so I did. I made them. I experimented, but what I told her as well is I realized that all the oil was disappearing in this frying process because honestly, I never fry. It's not part of like
What you do.
what I do. So I was sort of amazed, going, "Whoa, the oil is disappearing before my eyes!" Right? Of course, they were really, really tasty.
I can imagine they were really tasty. It's just chopped up bananas and eggs.
Chopped up bananas and eggs, like you do this. She puts also peanut butter on them.
So they're sweet.
So they're sweet, but I don't have peanut butter. So I just did this. Then you put a lot of oil in the frying pan and you make them little circles and you put them down and then they start bubbling. Then you flip it around and then you have banana pancakes. It's quite cool.
That's fantastic.
And I was surprised with 2 bananas and 2 eggs, it made like a huge plateful of them.
That's incredible. I'm definitely going to try them. But like how big is the thing you need to put? About that big.
Yeah, so like
And it's flat.
like that. Yeah. Why? Because you use a frying pan and you only have so much room. So you put blop, blop, blop. Then you flip them around, they cook on the side, then blop, blop, blop.
Oh, I'm definitely going to try it. I'm going to talk to Jenna first, just to get confirmation on a few things.
Yeah,
not that I don't trust you, but I will get it directly from the original source.
I should go to the source for sure. I completely agree. But you asked recently about the stuffed cabbage that I made. I just
tell us about that.
So what's interesting is it's very hard to close them. I spoke to my mom and she uses a toothpick. So she takes the cabbage and then puts a toothpick to hold it. I think one of the key parts of the recipe is to boil the cabbage for about 5 or 10 minutes so that it's soft, right?
Yeah, because then otherwise if you try to roll it, it just crushes, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's really good with rice. I've done it with vegetables. So what happens? You roll it up and then it sort of crumbles, but the flavor is awesome.
Yeah. What did you put inside?
I put probably my classic vegetables, fennel, carrot, I think cauliflower. I might have put lentils as well,
Hmm.
but I think that what is really necessary is rice. And it reminds
Yeah.
me, I tell you ever, my grandmother used to make dolmades.
Yeah. I can imagine it's similar to dolmades.
Yeah, I don't know if we can find grape leaves here, although Italy is such a.
Vine leaves. Yeah. I don't know if it's something you could just buy at the supermarket.
I wonder though, because Italy produces so much wine, where do the grape leaves go? Or the vine?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, the vine leaves. I don't know. Next time I go to Greece on holiday, I will bring you back just an envelope of vine leaves
That would be
so that you
amazing.
can make dolmades.
It's very common there, no?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
People make it at home?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No.
Easily.
I think in the US we call them grape leaves. I
Really?
don't.
Okay.
In my family we call them grape leaves. So she would put a lot of rice. And I think that helps keep the form.
Yeah, I would think so. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Um, all right, shall we talk about our shopping lists?
indeed.
Okay, so what do you need to buy at the supermarket? We're going to make a shopping list.
Baklava.
Baklava.
Yeah, but I don't think
Where did you? I don't think you can find it here.
I don't know. You can
Yeah.
find it in Israel, where my aunt lives. At the supermarket, you can find million varieties of baklava and hummus.
Wow.
Walls of
Do
baklava.
you have also halva?
Yeah,
Where? Yeah.
yeah, it's called halva there.
Yeah.
Do you have it also in Greece?
Yeah, 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 we do. Absolutely. You can get the white one. It's not my favorite,
Mhm.
but it's okay. You can get it white or you can get it with cocoa powder, so it's brown colored. Yeah, as I said, it's not my favorite sweet, but when I was younger and I went to Greece for Easter, we used to fast before Easter.
Really?
So, yeah, so in the final days, in the final weeks before Easter, you can't eat meat and you can't eat dairy.
Is it called,
Pardon?
is it called Lent?
Exactly. But of course, no dairy means no sweets because you can't have chocolate, you can't have cake, you can't have biscuits. So I used to eat halva in these occasions because sometimes you want to eat something sweet, and halva was the only thing you could eat
Sure,
in
interesting.
that period.
Did you continue? Like, do you ever do it nowadays?
Um, No, I don't. And if I did, it wouldn't be for religious reasons. It would be more for mindfulness reasons, more like spiritual rather than religious.
Yeah, it's very healthy sometimes to consume less, right?
Yeah, but I think yeah, but it's healthy. Like I see it more than in a physical way healthy, it's mentally healthy every so often to do these kinds of things, to say, okay, um, I'm going to exercise some self-control.
Sure. And I'm not
Um,
salt for a month, for example.
yeah, like I'm going to exercise some self-control and I'm going to think about the things that I do because, I mean, especially with eating, it's so easy to go onto autopilot.
Absolutely, right? Pizza and that's it. And
Yeah.
it's
So
hard
I think,
for time, right? We're lucky in a way right now to have the time to be able to think about our food, to value, to spend time
yeah.
with our
I mean,
food.
if anything, now is the ideal time to practice to do something like that, to do Lent, because you really have the time to and the energy to say, okay, I'm not eating meat, let's say this month. What can I do with what I have? Kind of thing.
Absolutely. I love that. I do that a lot in the kitchen.
Mm,
I probably do that all the time.
yeah.
Can I make
But
and how can I be creative?
yeah, but I mean, when we're working, especially like you have those days where you finish at 9 p.m. and you start again at 9 a.m. and you get home and you just think, okay, anything. Like I will
Exactly.
eat anything right now.
You open the fridge and say, whatever's the closest to ready is
Yeah,
what's
is what
happening.
I'm eating.
pesto is, I really like pesto for that. I actually, last week, I bought a can of, a jar of pesto. And
Hmm.
it was really nice because I had one day with many webinars back to back. So it was fantastic. I made pasta with pesto and it was quick and delicious. That would
Yeah.
be a go-to for me when I don't have much time.
So you see, what happened is when I first came to Italy, in my first year in Italy, I was a student and I was very poor. And so I used to eat pasta with pesto, I would say probably about 5 times a week. Like 5 days out of 7, I was eating pasta with pesto. And as you can imagine, the effect of this year of pesto is that I cannot have it near me. Like I cannot eat pesto
Really?
ever again.
Not
Huh?
pesto made from basil, nor pesto made from chicory or from, I don't know, you can
Like
make
at least not the supermarket pesto. Like if I made homemade pesto, I would probably be able to eat it because obviously homemade pesto is a completely different thing. But supermarket pesto, anything in a jar, no, I cannot eat anymore.
that is very interesting. Haven't had that experience of having pesto 5 times a week, so I do like it. I don't buy it often. I much prefer homemade pesto.
Yeah.
When I lived with my mom, I made homemade pesto a few times because she has a basil bush or a basil plant
But homemade pesto is just basil and, or basil, as I should pronounce it, basil and oil, right?
and pine nuts. And
Ah, and you mix it all up?
mix it all up. And in Genova, they put potato, like they'll put a boiled potato cut up. And in Genova as well, they put string beans sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
Nice.
There's a place called, I think it's called Tia Maria, which is like the place to have pesto in Genova.
Okay, but Tia Maria I know is a coffee liquor.
Oh, that's interesting. So it might be both.
Because I know that Tia Maria, you know what it is, right? It's a
Yeah,
liquor, but it's coffee based.
I can look what
That's
Genova
so funny.
pesto. Yeah. Have you been to Genova and had
I have.
pesto?
I do love that city actually, but I haven't had pesto. The best thing to eat in Genova is focaccia.
Oh, yes.
Focaccia in Genova.
Okay, I'm sorry. I stand corrected. It's called Trattoria da Maria.
Okay. I was going to say.
Yeah, my roommate makes focaccia, and he used to work at a bakery for 1 year.
Mm.
Makes it with fresh rosemary and very simple. And it's like when it's focaccia time, when it's Raffaele's focaccia time, just it's
Yeah.
a beautiful moment.
Though my favorite focaccia is the one with the pomodorini.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just like that it's just extra moist, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but
Do you like
what else? Pardon?
do you like matzah?
What is matzah?
Matzah is unleavened bread. Let me show you some. I have it right here.
So it's like manna?
Um, that's a good question. I don't know what manna was like, but
Of
this
course, but okay, that just looks like a cracker to me.
yeah. How
But
do you call this in the UK?
I would just personally, I would just call that a cracker.
Interesting. I mean, it's a very
Or
specific.
flatbread, but flatbread is different. Flatbread is more like pita bread.
Yeah, this has no yeast, right? And so this
Okay.
is for Passover because Passover started on Wednesday, right? So
Mm.
it's considered in Italian, it's considered the Jewish Easter, which is very funny because it's not Easter.
It's not, yeah, it's just completely invented.
So I think that's really, really funny of a name. But yeah, so basically during this week, I mean, it can be somewhat related to Lent in that you don't eat something. So you don't
Yeah.
eat anything with yeast, meaning bread, basically.
Interesting.
So this is when Moses led the Jews out of Egypt, they didn't, what the legend says, that there wasn't time to have the bread basically
Rice, yeah.
rise. And so then they ate matzah. So it's
I
called
think,
matzah.
okay, I feel like that's what I I wonder why the word changed to manna, because that's what I know as manna bread, what unleavened bread that they ate when they didn't have time.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll have to research it.
Yeah, that's cool. But
Yeah.
sounds delicious. I would recommend it. I had it for breakfast actually
Oh,
with
fantastic.
it's a Yiddish tradition and it's called matzah brai. So you mix
Nice.
the matzah in water and then you make the eggs, mix the eggs, beat them, add the soft matzah that's been put into water, and then basically cook them. And I had it with carrots and celery and parsley, fresh parsley.
Nice.
Yeah, delicious.
Right. Guys, that's the end of our webinar. Thank you very much, and we will see you next time.
It has been a pleasure. Ta
Bye,
ta.
everyone.
Bye.